Hi, everybody. Your willingness to help score essays for this year's Money Smart Week essay contest is greatly appreciated. During this brief video, I'll give a brief introduction on the how and why of our involvement in the Money Smart Week essay contest, then dive into the process for the scoring and walk you through the packet of materials you just received. I'll also give a few tips on scoring essays, explain how to complete and submit the scoring worksheet, and share a bit about how the winners will be announced. So let's go ahead and dive in. So about 8 years ago, the Wisconsin Coalition on Student Debt was formed in response to concerns over the rising student loan debt burden Wisconsin residents faced. One of the many initiatives the coalition sponsors in effort to help tackle student loan debt burden is an annual Money Smart Week essay contest. This contest was created to help Wisconsin high school seniors consider the cost of college and identify ways they can reduce any student loan debt they might need to take on. The first few years, we sponsored the event for high school seniors in southwestern Wisconsin only. And 3 years ago, we expanded the opportunity to all high school seniors across Wisconsin. Due to the statewide expansion, the coalition needed help in reviewing and scoring the essay applications. The scholarships being awarded are funded from various donor organizations across Wisconsin, thus allowing the coalition to award 15 $1,000 scholarships. So again, thank you for volunteering to help us review and score them. The Money Smart Week Scholarship Essay Contest was announced statewide in January. Information about the contest was pushed out through a variety of channels. We even had several high school counselors who actively encouraged students to enter the essay contest. And it was only open to Wisconsin high school seniors with an application submission deadline of March 8th at midnight. We do want to take a moment, though, to recognize and thank our sponsors this year. Without them, this scholarship opportunity for Wisconsin students just wouldn't be possible. So let's go ahead and talk about the process. All of our scoring volunteers have been split into groups, and each group is assigned a packet of essays to review. This means each essay will have a small group of people assigned to read, review, and score. We then take an average of all of those scores for each essay. Now, each of you have volunteered to read, review, score, and record how well the applicant responded to the 2024 Money Smart Week essay questions. You will collect your scores on your spreadsheet. Once completed, you will then email this score sheet to Stacy Keetzer at Ascendium Education. To determine who the scholarship winners are, the coalition will be taking the average score from the volunteer evaluations of the essay applications and pulling those with the 15 highest scores to award each a $1,000 scholarship. Now, if for some reason there is a tie for positions in the top 15, a few of the coalition members will review and rescore the top entries to determine who ultimately the 15 scholarship winners will be. So you're going to receive an email from Stacy Keetzer with all of the materials you will need to score your essays, and it'll look pretty similar to this. The email provides brief instruction on the process for scoring your group of essays, an attached zip file, and directions on where to return your scoring sheet when finished with your review. That zipped file contains all the essays that you will be responsible for scoring, along with the Excel spreadsheet, which is where you will track your scoring for each essay. Now, when you open the zipped file and then the spreadsheet within the zip file, you will first see a tab labeled Essay Guidelines. Right there. There you'll see an image of the application that each student responded to. You will want to take a minute to read through the actual application and the instructions each student was given before you get started. On that same Excel spreadsheet, you'll see another tab right there with a unique tracking sheet which is dedicated for your assigned essays. When you open an individual PDF from the zipped file, it will contain the essay application form, a scoring sheet reflecting the applicant number, and the written essay submission from the student applicant. Be sure to take notice of the applicant number on the second page of that PDF. When the writer indicated that they are a first-generation student, it will reflect such next to the applicant number. If they aren't a first-generation student, you will only see the applicant number. You'll understand why this is important shortly. The applicant was asked to describe their plans on paying for college and summarize the costs. They should be including data that can be found on either the net price calculator or college website relative to the costs at that college. If you're not familiar with the net price calculator, I encourage you to take a minute to see what data can be found about the cost of attending a certain college. We asked them to identify how those costs will be paid for. We would love to see that they've indicated they've submitted the FAFSA, how they will minimize their debt if taking out loans, and really hone in on the cost to complete college. We are also hoping they research the earnings in their potential employment field after college graduation, really encouraging them to think about their ability to safely manage their student loan payments after graduation. And finally, we asked them how they may budget or live differently to achieve their college and career goals. Do they plan to live like a college student? And this is to be submitted in about 1,500 words or less, which ends up being about 2 full pages if typed and double line formatted. Now, let's chat about scoring the essays. The essay questions and guidelines provide guidance on how the student should answer the questions in their essay. I know a few of you helped score essays last year, so thank you for coming back to help again this year. You may have come up with a process that worked well for you. For the rest of you, I'll take a moment to share a bit about how I found it easiest to work through the essays. Honestly, I find it helpful to first open and read all of the essays before doing any scoring. And I do this to get a feel on how the students are responding to the essay questions and the variety of responses that you can see. Then I go back and I reread each essay again and score each individually. Doing this really helps me get a better gauge on how I may score the various components differently, but with equal and fair evaluation on all the essays I was scoring. Just like previous years, we have an electronic scoring format. Using the appropriate column for the essay group and number you are reviewing, you will score each category as shown here. We can get a couple of the easy categories out of the way right away though. So first, are they attending a college in Wisconsin? If they identify that they are indeed attending a college in Wisconsin, award them the full 12 points. If they are not attending a college in Wisconsin, you're going to award them 0 points. If they don't say where they plan to attend college, go ahead and award them 6 points. Now, are they a first-generation student? Based on the information found at the top of the first page of the document, you're going to want to award the full 7 points if they are a first-generation student. If not, award 0 points for this line. Again, if you don't see first-generation student noted next to the applicant number, you should award 0 points to the student. Then comes the rest of the essay response to be scored. The applicant was asked to identify their career goal and college program. You have the full range of points to award here with a maximum of 3. If you feel they identified their goals well, give them the full points. If they were vague, offer lower points. And if they didn't identify at all, award 0 points. Does it appear the applicant clearly researched and outlined the estimated cost of the program or degree that they seek? Again, you have full range of the 5 points to award here. Give them the 5 full points if they clearly research and outline the estimated costs, and you'll offer lower points if they could have added more information. Provide no points if they didn't outline their estimated costs at all. Now, heavier weight is being placed on the student's financial planning and completeness of the essay written. Each of these categories can be awarded the full range of possible points. A total of 100 points could be awarded. But in all honesty, we haven't had any scholarship winner in the past 6 years end up receiving the full 100 points. So what do you need to do when you are finished scoring your group of essay applications? So be sure to update your name on the top of your spreadsheet and verify that the total field for each column has automatically populated with your total score. And then email your scoring document to Stacy by the deadline of March 22nd. When you are done, please be sure to delete all of the PDFs in the zipped files that you scored. We don't want them back, nor do we want you, our volunteers, to keep the essay responses for obvious privacy reasons. So what happens next? Well, we're going to go ahead and announce the winners. So after all the essay score tally sheets are completed, the winners will be selected. In recognition of Money Smart Wisconsin, the coalition will be congratulating the winners by both email and mail between April 6th and 13th. And members of the Coalition on Student Debt will be attending senior award events throughout the months of April and May to make the announcements in person. Each winner must redeem a code for their 529 account valued at $1,000. Be sure to watch for an email from us announcing the winners and a press release in the coming weeks. Maybe one or more of the essays you read will be the winners of the $1,000 scholarships. Now, if you do have any questions as you score, please feel free to reach out to all of us, and one of us will get back to you quickly. And remember your scoring sheets, when completed, should be forwarded to Stacy Keetzer for final tallying. I hope you enjoy reading the student essays, and I look forward to hearing about your experience and thoughts about what you've read and what the applicants share. Each year, I have found it striking to see the differences in the essay submissions. We sincerely appreciate your help in scoring the essays this year.